Yeah, hello scrappers. Thought I'd unbox this plasma cutter I got. Got a few pieces, about a set of consumables here. We got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 new tips and caps and whatnot. A couple of these little standoff brackets. Set that over there. Now this is probably the cheapest, or one of the cheapest plasma cutters on Amazon. It's a 220 and a 110, so it's got the 220 plug, but then it's got this adapter. And of course I got my little monitor flipped over the other way, so I can't see nothing. But it's got this little adapter, so you can plug the unit in here, then plug that into the wall for 110, and it automatically switches over. And it comes with looks like one extra tip. So enough for one change out. I was wondering on how the handle on this is all set up. It doesn't look too bad. Actually, it's got a little guard here, so I guess you can't bump it against the table, and it feels pretty good. So I've seen some have a little thumb handle. I wasn't sure if I'd like that or not. And this is fairly long. Looks like it's probably 12 foot maybe. Box knife here. Maybe we got something here. It's probably a water trap, moisture trap. Yeah, it's got the fittings and the hose clamps. I just bought a little moisture trap too. It's actually smaller than this one, a little bit. This one here will bolt to the back of the machine. Okay, there's the bracket inside there still. So I guess I gotta, okay, in and out. So I'll have to get all that set up. And get all that set up on the machine here shortly. So I'll just set that over here. Just pull this thing out and see what it looks like. Here's another one of the little standoffs. For those of you that never used a plasma cutter, there's a lot of videos online about it, and you're supposed to be real close to the surface, but they say not to touch the surface. It'll wear your tips out faster. But yet there's some videos that say that's the way they like to cut, by dragging it. And they said they go through a lot of the consumables, but they're cheap. There's another bunch of consumables that I got in my wish list that will probably be, it's a bigger set, $15, $20 or $30 or something. It's not super bad. So I guess you guys are getting a good look at the back of this machine. And it's not very heavy at all. I guess that filter hangs here, air in and air out. Air out probably goes into here. I'll have to see if the instructions help at all. If not, I'll have to get in there and watch a few YouTube videos on it. a lot of this Chinese stuff, the directions make no sense at all. And sometimes you just have to go in and showing air inlet and showing air out coming down here, and it shows this. Looks like this has been around going back, well, this is going back into the unit, what it looks like. Okay, I guess that goes in right here. Okay, I've got a little fitting there, one of those that you can push in on and plug it in or out. Ooh, mercy, excuse me. So I guess I'll go ahead and pause the camera and I'll go ahead and get all this stuff put together. And let's see where we go from there. Okay, back again. So this here's a little short and having to make that 360-degree turn, or 180, yeah, 180. It's trying to kink just a little bit right there. So I would have probably taken the heat gun and warmed it up a little bit. That might have helped. Looks like this has got a regulator, probably a regulator here built in so for your air, so you can up and down your air pressure. I put quick connect on here. It came with another one of these for just running the line out, but just depending on what kind of air compressor you got. So the nice thing about plasma cutters, it only takes electricity and compressed air, no gases. Now the power cord, yeah, I guess I'll explain here how this goes. Had your bracket. Yeah, generous on the hose to run from here to here. I still got another piece that would more than make enough for another one. So this one here was kind of short, but if it was an inch longer it probably would have been better. Yeah, just an inch. I'm going to measure this cord. Just to kind of get an idea. It's roughly a little bit under 5 foot. So you got to be fairly close to your plug or have an extension cord, 220 welder extension cord, which I've got a couple. One I made, I'm not exactly sure how many feet long it is. It's probably 30 feet or so. And then I got a 25 footer that I purchased back when I bought my welder many years ago. And back then I think that 25-foot cord was like $75. May find it cheaper on Amazon, but that was, like I said, so that was also several years ago, so I'm sure the price has gone up quite a bit. They're pretty heavy-duty cord, extension cords. But that's our setup here. So when I get ready to do it, I'll move that table over here, or I can set this on it. Like I say, our lead for cutting, yeah, it's right at about 12 foot long. Nice thing, it's lightweight, it's portable, and if you're just cutting car bodies, thin stuff, you can probably, just run off the 110. but I would try to get a good heavy duty 110. The higher the amperage on the cable, the better. So as far as hooking this up, on our lead we have a ground wire. I think that's for our arc. And we've got this piece of threads in, so take the cap off. This right here's where it threads in. Now, what I would do, I'd try to hang onto this cap in case you want to maybe take it apart for storage in between uses. That way you can put that on there and keep it clean. The red knob, pull that off. And it does have a little washer, so you can put your connector on there, put your washer on, and then tighten it down. I tightened it down with the thing right towards where the connector goes, and so it'd be right in the way. It's got a little dimple here, which the dimple on the other piece is at the bottom, so I have to kind of line it up. Line that up, screw that in. The ground clamp is what they were saying in the reviews and stuff, is it was pretty short, but it's probably 4 foot or so. Let's see. It's not a real high dollar quality clamp, but all that has to do is make it ground right. I've got other clamps I can put on there if I need to. Got a good couple heavy duty ones. I gotta try to figure out where I put them. Okay, we're roughly 4.5 foot. So that's not too bad. Just have this fairly close to what you're working on, at least one end of it. Clamp it down. You can be a couple feet away. Clamp it down, then you got really 12 feet of running room, because this is your working end. So you just have to have all this set up down by your one end of the metal you're cutting. And this piece is pretty simple. It's got a little locking tab on it, so it just pushes in and screws and locks down. Well, let's see. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and pause the video here, and then I can get things set up. It's getting late tonight, so I'll probably pick this up tomorrow after I get some running done. And I'll get us a few sample pieces of metal to cut. I gotta get my hood. You can use a welding hood, but it's pretty dark. I think in one of the videos I saw, they recommended a 5 for cutting, a 5 shade, and I think my welding hood's a 9. Well, I think it's adjustable, but, right there I think between 8, 9, and 10. I do have a face shield that's tinted. It seemed like I got it at a welding supply, but I don't remember what the tint on that was. But that thing's been, I've had that quite a while. I really need to replace it. It's scratched up. So I guess I'll put this up for safekeeping and these spare parts. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here, and we'll pick this up a little later. Well, I'm going to try to do a little cutting here with this plasma cutter. I think I mentioned earlier in the video that it's one of the cheapest ones on Amazon. I think it was like $199.99. So right now we got the cord plugged into the 110. So we'll plug that into the wall here. Hope we don't blow a breaker in the process. Yeah, I gotta get me a new face shield. Lost the knob on this side somehow. So I may find it when I clean the workbench off, you never know. But this piece here is getting pretty scuffed up. Looking to see if it says what the tint is on it. But it doesn't say. Has a KCZ 87 plus W5D3 KCZ 94.3 Jackson safety brand. I may just go to their website and see if what I can find out. I like this tinted one. I've used it on sunny days, weed eating and everything else. But it's fairly dark, but yet I can see. Works great for cutting. It won't stay up, but this is a, tighten that side. There we go. This is a tin off of the microwave. So let's see, turn this thing on. I am not ready at all. I've not hooked the air up. I don't even have the compressor turned on. But I've got quite a bit of this ready to go. Let's plug the air in. Which is orange hose on the back. Goes into the back of the regulator. I figured out what that is. It just comes in, it goes to the gauge. Because usually on a pressure regulator, you have a gauge. So there's no gauge there, which you can put a gauge on the back, but they just got it rigged up for the gauge inside the unit. So I'm going to step in here and turn the compressor on, and it'll probably kick on, so I'm going to go ahead and pause this for a minute. Okay, I've got it turned on. Air compressor finally caught up. You have 30 pounds of air, 48 amps, 50 amp unit. I kind of question now, you know, it'll do 50 amps on 110, and then 50 amps on 220. So, I don't know. I'm thinking 50 amps is 50 amps no matter how you slice it. So I'm thinking, really, is there advantage to the 220? So I've got this thin metal here. Let's see what happens. Got that pretty good. Seem to have trouble getting that pilot arc. It's got paint on it and rust, so it probably wasn't getting a good ground. So did that real thin stuff without a problem. So I'll set this aside and go to something a little thicker. I've got this pipe stock here. Let me take the flat disc, what I still have on the angle grinder. Haven't gone back to the. It's going to get loud for a second. Okay, I've cleaned up a spot for the ground. I want to grab the whole thing. Remember, I got to get under that. Kind of awkward with gloves on. Can't hardly see it here. It seems like a momentary delay before the pilot arc kicks in, so that's good to know. Now, the S on this machine sets how long the air runs after you release it. I've got it a little less than halfway. Now, this is running really good at it's a little warm, but not real bad, not like it would be with a cutting torch. They cut that stuff pretty good. That's, I don't think it's quite eighth inch, but so far so good. Now I've got some material here. It's pretty thick. Let me back it up here a little bit. That stuff right there is, man, that's almost half inch. It's like 2, 4, 7/16. And this other thinner stuff right here is 1/4 inch. Okay, so this here is 1/4 inch at this end, right here. And then up here it's mucho thicker. Well, let's see how it does on this 1/4 inch. I guess I'm going to have to clean up the end again to the ground, get decent ground. So, yeah, let me get this hood off here. That's kind of awkward. I think if I had the cutting disc, it'd clean this up faster. But probably should have cleaned that up before I started the video. That should get us a good ground. I'll move this out here off the edge of the workbench. Kind of confined with this little short ground clamp. Might look and see. Yeah, I don't know. You can see I might thought about adding on to that, but I don't know about doing that. Okay. Let's see what we got here now. Light's kind of dim. That cut right through that 1/4 inch pretty good. So I'm pretty happy. And that's on 110. Maybe 220 will just make it a little bit better and use maybe use a little less power. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Got a bunch of car bodies, there are a couple of car bodies I got to cut up, and I think I can cut through a lot of the framework with this thing. Doing that, if I can do 1/4 inch steel. Yeah, I don't know if I want to cut this 1/2 inch. That really exceeds the rating anyway. So I may just call it quits on that. So, pretty easy. Pretty good little machine, really. Now, how long will it last? That's the question. If it's cutting 1/4 inch on 110, and that's 30 pounds of air, so that's not taking a whole lot of air. Yeah, I'm happy. Turn it off, it keeps running for a little bit until it keeps that fan running until everything cools down in there. I'm not sure what the duty cycle is on that. I don't know if I even want to try to guess. But I don't know. I don't remember seeing anything in any of the paperwork about the duty cycle. A lot of times they'll tell you, 30–40% duty cycle, so you run 3 minutes and let it cool for, 6, 8. Yeah, if we cut that 1/4 inch that easy. I'm not sure if I'll have much use for my acetylene torch anymore. Not if I can. I think I got one good heavy duty 110 drop cord, but I do have some 220 drop cords, so I can easily run this on 220. It's cutting excellent on 110. So definitely cut 50. I'll put a link to this. I'll put this in the Amazon affiliate page that I have. There'll be a link in the description below the video, along with some other tools that I use. Tools and consumables, which I'll put the consumables, I got a couple different links on the consumables. One comes with, you get one set with it. One comes with 10 of the tips and everything, and then you get 3 of these little standoffs. I guess you kind of wear them down eventually, so. And they kind of snap in like that, so that keeps you, just a little ways off the work surface. That actually holds it about a 1/4 inch off the work surface. Yeah, well, you're not dragging the tip, but some people like to drag the tip. But if you don't drag the tip, the consumables last longer. Then you get one with the unit, so you get 3 others with that one set. And then there's another set on there. It doesn't have these, but it seems like it's got about 6 of these and 20 of everything else. I'm guessing at that number it might be 15. What could be better on this machine if they had a longer ground cable, you know, another 3 to 6 feet, and maybe a longer power cable. Right now you have to be fairly close to the 110, but like I say, you can run it off a good heavy-duty drop cord. I would probably try to find the thickest gauge copper you can on an extension cord if you're going to run it off of an extension cord for 110. And then probably try to keep it down around 25, probably no longer than 50 feet. Which, like I said, I've got a 25 foot and probably a 35, 40 foot 220 drop cord, so I can easily get away from the workshop. And I've got the plugs. I got my welding plug right there on the wall. I got one for a dryer there. Now I've got another set of plugs right at the back door of the workshop. So mainly where I work, so it should keep me set up pretty good. So hey, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and if you're not really sure about subscribing, I want to invite you to take a look around the channel, take a look at the playlist, see the different kind of videos that I do, and you guys, I just want to tell you, I wish y'all, if I don't see you or if you don't watch another one of the videos between now and Thanksgiving, I want to wish every one of you a happy Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's only, what, Thursday? That's 4, 5, 6 days away, 5 days away from when I'm doing this video. This is Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. So, not sure when I'll put this video live, probably Monday, Tuesday. So it'll only be a couple days before Thanksgiving when this goes live. So you guys all take care and don't eat too much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.